Welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Lauren Hill, and I'm joined with Ken Oda and Evan Epstein as we are getting you ready for Game 1 this weekend against the St. Cloud Norsemen. This is our 7th time playing them this season. Ken, this is your first road trip so far this season. So how's it going so far?
I'm excited to be back on the road, be back calling games. So that's pretty fun. It's a little weird being away from the new baby, but yeah, I'm looking forward to being back in St. Cloud and seeing a road game in person as opposed to watching on a screen.
It's exciting. We'll hear Ken's play-by-play for the first time on the road this year. So let's take a look back at last Saturday's 5-3 win over the North Iowa Bulls.
All right, here's a look at our Farmers Union Insurance recap. The North Iowa Bulls got the scoring started in the first period last Saturday. Eli Miller's shot from close range was initially saved by Lucas Fedden, but Fedden had to come out of the net to make the save, and Evan Johnson poked the loose puck into the net, Bulls taking a 1-0 lead. Toros would go on a power play late in the first. Jack O'Hanneson's shot was saved by Jack Hirschhorn. The rebound sent way up into the air. No one knew where the puck was except for Jesse Yahala. It landed by his skates, and Yahala capitalized on the confusion. Late in the second period, Jack Severson was able to get his stick on a pass from Billy Baden, leading to a 2-on-1 for the Bulls. Cole Weiren's initial pass was blocked by a diving Leon Hagstrom, but Weiren got back to the puck, passed it over to Sang-Yob Kim for the easy finish. Right as it seemed that the Bulls had all the momentum, they took a 2-1 lead, and then they went on a power play late in the second period. But Ian Spencer somehow got free from two defenders, had a wide open shot from close range, tied the game up at 2, a shorthanded goal for Spencer. Truly a game-changing moment. Then in the third period, it was Adam Mahler flying in on the right side. A beautiful shot got by Jack Hirschhorn, and the Toros took their first lead of the game 3-2. Parker Newman would tack on an insurance goal from a similar spot on the ice as the Toros looked to pull away. But just 57 seconds later, Cole Weiren got out in space, went to his backhand, and the Bulls got back to within 1. Shortly after the Bulls pulled their goalie, Gavin Middendorf found the empty net. Middendorf now has a goal in each of his 3 games with the Toros.
Adam Mahler got an assist on that as well, which gives him 66 career points. That ties him with Jake Diddle for the most points by a defenseman in Toro history.
And taking a look at notes from the game, the Toros fired an impressive 54 shots on net, and they began cashing in the third period, 3 goals in that third period. Each of the top 4 teams in the Central Division split their series last weekend, so there wasn't much that changed in the standings. Toros still sitting in third place, couple points behind is the Wings in fourth, and the Norsemen right now in fifth.
All right, now let's take attention back to tonight's game with a look at the updated Noodles numbers brought to you by Noodles and Company of Minot. So our Minotauros stand at 21-9-1 as we are third in the Central Division, as St. Cloud stands at 14-12-4 as they are fifth in the division.
Yeah, these two teams battled quite a bit early in the season, and I believe we split all 3 weekends we've played against these guys. But since then, St. Cloud has struggled a bit more than the Toros have. You look at goals per game favors the Toros, goals against per game favors the Toros. One place where the Norsemen are dangerous, you look at that power play. Yes, the Toros have the best power play in the league. St. Cloud not far behind, 22.6%, fourth in the league. PK, the Toros are definitely better on that. And penalty minutes, the Norsemen are actually more disciplined than the Toros. It's not often we can say that about an opponent.
And I think when you look at the Norsemen, they have scoring struggles this season, just 2.57 goals per game. But like you said, fourth on the power play, which makes it that much more important for the Toros to stay out of the box, because that is going to be where the Norsemen are the most dangerous.
Yeah, speaking about staying out of the box, we don't typically play teams that have fewer penalty minutes than we do.
Yep.
So hopefully we put them in the box a little more than they're used to this weekend. And we'll be back with more of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after a quick word from our partners.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
Welcome back. It's time to look at our Minotauros Booster Club players to watch. I'm going to kick it off. Usually we go for one player to watch, but I'm going with the whole line today. I'm going with that Small, Spence, and Gavin Middendorf line. So Small, if you watched me and Evan on Toros All Access yesterday, we had an interview, little bench interview with John Small, talking about kind of he's really the leader against the Norsemen just in points this season. He had 3 goals and 1 assist against the Norsemen over the past 6 games that we have played them, as well as the fact that Ian Spencer has had 1 goal and 4 assists, and obviously Gavin has not yet been able to play the Norsemen, but like Evan said, he has had a goal in each game. He's worn a Toros jersey, so I can see that this line, I wanted to give credit to all the entire line today because I think that this line will be a big producer in tonight's game as well as tomorrow's.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Adam Mahler. Obviously, I mentioned it earlier. We are on record watch with him. His next point will be career point number 67, most for any Toros defenseman. They'll pass Jake Diddle, who actually coincidentally played his college hockey at St. John's, just about 15 minutes down the road from us, where we are here in St. Cloud. So, yeah, I'm going with Adam Mahler. Also, it seems like when he's going well, the team goes well. So, for an important weekend against a team that we've split with every time we've played, Adam Mahler looks to me to be the guy to keep an eye on.
Gibbs here. Gibbs set to make his debut for the Toros this evening. He was acquired from the Janesville Jets. He has 3 goals and an assist over his last 5 games with the Jets. We'll see if he can keep that going with the Toros. Gibbs is going to slot into that second line alongside Braden Jockums, another new acquisition for the Toros. Jockums making his debut in Saturday's game, and Brandon Funk. So it'll be interesting to see how that line comes together.
Right, and that'll bring us to our home key group keys to the game. Ken, I'm always excited about the theme that you have for these. What are your keys to tonight's game?
Well, 17 years of Catholic school, we're in St. Cloud. Figured we'd kick it off with the Benedictine behavior. St. Cloud's power play ranks 4th in the league. Despite their overall offensive struggles, discipline will be a huge key to the Toros' success this weekend. Key number 2, don't wait for miracles. Toros were too passive playing against St. Cloud earlier in the season. When you look back at those box scores, 4 of the 6 games, the Toros were outshot. We talked about it's not often we play someone who has fewer penalty minutes. It's also not often that the Toros are consistently outshot by an opponent. So for that one, I would also look for the Toros to try to impose their will as opposed to sitting back and waiting for things to happen this weekend. And the third home key group key to the game, nail makers. People may not know this, but St. Cloud is the patron saint of nail makers. Toros played a more physical game last Saturday against North Iowa. It paid off with a 5-3 win. I'd like to see the Toros be nails in the corners, as they say, and see if that carries over this weekend and have some more success.
Talking with a bunch of the players earlier this week, the consensus seems to be that the Norsemen are a much quicker and a much more talented team than North Iowa, even if North Iowa has a little bit more size. So if the Toros can use their physicality to try and mitigate those factors, it should be a good series for the Toros.
Yeah, I agree. Ken's knowledge on things always, his background knowledge to be able to make these keys always surprises me. And we'll be back with more of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after this commercial break.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Minotauros fans, it's time to take out your phones and pull up the Taros mobile app for your chance to win prizes throughout tonight's game, starting with our Four Bears Sportsbook over-unders. Our first one is total John Small points, over-under 0.5.
You go with the over here. That first line with John Small, Ian Spencer, and Gavin Middendorf has been absolutely humming. Spencer had a goal last weekend, and Middendorf had 2. And so John Small had 3 assists last weekend. I think he picks up another one here tonight. I'm going to go with the over.
Yeah, as you guys covered on Toros All Access yesterday, Smallsy's had some success against St. Cloud. I look for him to keep that going, especially, as Evan said, with the new line mate, Middendorf really getting that line breaking along.
Yeah, I have to give credit to my players to watch. I chose this whole line. Definitely think John Small is going to do something tonight, so I'm going to go with the over. Like I said, he's had 3 goals and 1 assist just against the Norsemen so far this year, that I think this is an easy over. Our second one is total empty net goals over under 0.5.
Yeah, I decided to have some fun with the over-unders today. A new one coming up next that if you go over on empty net goals, you can't really go. You have to take the under on the next one. So I'm going to take the over on empty net goals. I don't think this one goes to extra time.
I'm going to go under on this one. Like we said previously, we've split every weekend that we played the Norsemen, and we have seen overtime with them. So I don't want to say I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't shut down the idea that overtime could potentially happen. So I'm going to go with under here.
Take the over here. Definitely an interesting one, but I think ultimately this one's going to be within 1 or 2 goals as we approach the last 5 minutes of the game. I think if it's within 2, either team is going to pull their goalie, leaving an empty netter pretty likely.
All right, and that'll lead us to our last over-under, total overtime minutes played, over-under 2.5. I'm going to go for over. Like Ken just said, you can't go over for the last one and then under for this one. I'm going to go over for overtime minutes. This Norseman team, again, this is the 7th time that we played them so far this season. This will be the last series that we do play them. And where we are at in the standings, they definitely need this win to be able to compete for the playoffs. We obviously want the win to compete for the playoffs. So I think that this weekend will be very neck to neck. So I could see overtime potentially happening.
Yeah, Lauren, just like you said, I mean, if you take the over on empty netters, then you have to assume there's not going to be overtime. So I'm taking the under here. I think the Toros have the advantage out there on the ice. I think the players to watch are going to be all the new players, Middendorf, Gibbs, and Jochums. And I think if they play well, the Toros should be able to pull this one out. So, and I think they'll do so in regulation.
Yeah, like you guys have pointed out, and I said before, if you take the over on empty netters, you're pretty much saying that there's not going to be overtime. So I'm going to take the under here. I do think the Toros are going to come out and have a statement game. I just have that feeling. That would mean, a 1 or 2 goal lead late and kicking in the empty netter to make the margin be 2 or 3 goals for the win. That'll take us to the McDonald's Toros trivia question for today. How many of the 21 hat tricks in Toro history have come against the St. Cloud Norsemen / Brookings Blizzard franchise? Was it 6, 7, 8, or 9? Any guesses?
Considering that this series has a name to it, the Great River Rivalry, can't say that 5 times fast. I'm going to go with the fact that it's not A, meaning the least amount. I'm going to go with the lucky number 7 here. Because why not?
9 here, kind of a shot in the dark, but yeah, definitely interesting to see. I mean, even if it's 6 or 7, I mean, that's a very large percentage of your hat tricks to come against one team. So definitely an interesting trivia question. I'll go with D.
No.
All right.
All right.
Get your guesses in the Minotauros Hockey mobile app. Chance to win free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's, or a stay and play package from our friends at Four Bears. And we'll reveal the answers later in tonight's game.
All right. Well, with that, Ken, Evan, do you have any final thoughts before we drop the puck in St. Cloud?
I think, as I just said, it's going to be the new players to watch in Middendorf, Gibbs, and Jochums. And Ken mentioned it earlier, record watch for Adam Mahler, just 1 point away from becoming the all-time leader in points for a defenseman for the Toros. So it should be fun if he's able to tack on a point against the Norsemen.
Yeah, I think the one thing that scares me about this St. Cloud team is their ability to score on a power play, 4th in the league. And you look at overall, the fewest penalty minutes in the league as well, which will mitigate some of the Toros' power play success. So, this will be a difficult game, no doubt. I look for the Toros to come out and try and make a statement. We saw a disappointing split with North Iowa last weekend. The guys been out here already for a couple of days. Went to the Minnesota Wild game last night. Hopefully they're inspired and they can come out and have a statement weekend against this St. Cloud team that just split with Bismarck last weekend.
Yeah, I'm hoping the inspiration comes from the fact that half our team is actually Avalanche fans, not Minnesota Wild fans. But that'll do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. We'll send it out for one more break, and then Ken will be back with the drop of the puck right here on the Minotauros Network.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
Which is
red
way
flag.
weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
And the horn sounds. Toros, our Central Division champions. Drives in. Ian Spencer. Hands off far side, shrugged away by Lucas Swedden. He shot it in. Toros win. Shot it in. Toros win. John Evans is second of the night. Is there a better place to play junior hockey than Minot, North Dakota? Hello and welcome into St. Cloud and the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex, as the Toros get ready to take on the St. Cloud Norsemen. I finally get to say it. As always, I am Ken Oda. Glad to be back with you on the road and getting you through tonight's contest. Toros in third place in the Central Division, looking to improve on that. Hopefully sweep the Norsemen for the first time all season long. It's been 3 weekend sets, 3 weekend splits. Of course, you can't sweep if you don't get the win on the Friday night. Here's the group of Toros who are looking to do it. Our starting lines brought to you by our friends at SRT. Brandon Funk gets a pair of new line mates, Noah Gibbs and Braden Jockums, the two latest Toros to join the club. But Norsemen control the draw and dump it into the offensive zone. Fleming pins a man along the end wall. They'll dig. Yohala jumps in as well. Eventually, the Norsemen win the battle. It's played up the near side. Miller can't keep it, but it's kept instead by Runso. Swept down low. Far side, Hunt. Lost the handle. Toros take over. Chopped ahead for Mahler on the near side. Adam Mahler in. His shot's blocked. It'll carry him to the front. Awkward carry him off the door that the Norsemen take the ice from. It came right back to the front of the net and was covered by Connor Roth for a whistle. Take a look at the starting goaltending matchup. Swedden, 1.765 goals against average, 942 save percentage, 890 save percentage for Roth with 3.183 goals against average. Batten can't find the handle behind the net. Kyle Miller flips out to neutral. Jordan Gibbs gloves it down to the stick, but it's taken away by Hunt. That looked to be an offside play, but we play on. Shot save made. And puck held onto by Lucas Swedden for a whistle. 19:15 left to go here in period number one. Several fans checking in on socials. Glad to have you all aboard. Bunch of fans on the Facebook feed. The Cowitzes from the Mesa and the Minot State game. Charles Wilburns here at the MAC. The Carbos are aboard. The Okesons from Minot, the Brits from Minot, the Ackermans, Danny Held, Tanya Shaw-Canaro checking in from Richardson. The Longs from Colorado Springs, congrats on making the trip. Hopefully getting set up in your new home. Meanwhile, this is ahead. Puck pops up high and catches Spencer in the face. He breaks right for the bench. Lost a glove along the way. Tui behind the Toro net. Turns back, looking for help. Comes to the near side. Pass missed. Middendorf banked in behind the Toro net. Gibbs takes over. Flicks along the near side. It's out to neutral. Geyer can't control. It'll roll back into the St. Cloud end. Middendorf pressuring. It's swept along to the near side. And Harris. Harris plays up for Weisart. Clark jousting. Goes to the end wall. Norsemen come out with the puck. Swept to the near side. It gets by. Starts at the point. And then gets called an offside play, which leads to a whistle. 18:33 left to go here in period number one. More fans aboard. Mike and Dorothy Small from Orland Park. The Nelsons from Minot. Lucas Semstead. The Smet and Ellis crew from Medigoshi. Aunt D and O'Hanny's dad watching on NATV. Sally B and the Chicago crew. The Mocs from the MSU game. Puck dug out by Noah Gibbs, getting his first shift as a Toro. D to D. Ty James looks to the middle. He finds Funk. Funk met at the red line. Help comes. It's poked ahead for Jockums. Jockums bumped off the puck. Urich gathers instead. Urich turning on the near side, falls down, but he still manages to play the puck out to neutral. Sandahu dropped it back, and now it's dumped in on the far side by Gallivan. Out of his net, Sweden plays to the far side. Noah Gibbs touches for Jockums. Jockums speeds up the far side. Poked free. Funk is there. Funk into the middle. Noah Gibbs. Shot save made. Rebound loose. Where is it? It was underneath Noah Gibbs. Toros dig it out. Back to the point. Adam Mahler looking to walk in. He's forced to the outside. Tries to spin it back to the point. It's cut off instead by Tanner Hunt. Sandahu dumps it in. Far side. Noah Gibbs gets help from Fleming, but the puck left behind the net. Jam play at the side of the cage. Stopped off by Lucas. Picked up Fleming. Guides it to the near side. Kyle Miller couldn't hold the line. Norsemen touch up. This is Karch looking backside. Cumming couldn't gather it. Cumming finds the loose puck on the far side. Tries to play it in behind the net. Adam Mahler with a takedown. That's somehow legal. Toros catch a break. Cumming flips it to the front. It ends up going over the head of a pinching Kyle Miller. Runso with a long shot save made. Rebound loose in front. Eventually poked in behind the net. Gathered up there by Wentworth. Wentworth up top. Runso. Runso. Long shot through traffic. Blocked by Mahler. Follow-up try. Gloved and held by Lucas Sweden for a whistle. Here's another look at that last chance. Puck to the near side. You see the long flip and the scramble out front. Fortunately for the Toros, the puck poked in behind the net. Draw will be to the left of Lucas. Edwards to take it for the Toros against Bronson Hunt. Norseman control. Swept down low. Wraparound try, it's in. That gets through the 5-hole. It was LaBelle on the wraparound that caught Lucas off guard. So the Toros trail 1-0. It's electric in here, Kobe, after the opening goal. 16:50 left to go here in period number 1. Puck on the near side. LaBelle hassled by Ohannesson. It's dumped in deep. Clark on it. Hubert Clark tries the far side. Batten sweeps it deep. Ohannesson to chase, but another weird carom off the door is something to keep an eye on. I don't remember that being an issue last year. We've seen 2 dump-ins that look like they're normal rims around the end wall, kick right out to the front of the net. Meanwhile, that goes for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Every time I ding one of my cars, Corey Albee and his crew fix them up, and yeah, if you know my wife and I, you know we're over at Minot's Finest Collision Center often. Puck controlled by the Toros off the draw. Batten's pass to the middle, and Ohannesson broken up, and it's out to neutral. James sweeps across for Clark. Clark sweeps it deep. Ruff out of his net. Stops that one. Rings it back to the near side. LaBelle. Ahead for Crane. Sammy Crane rolls it deep into the Toro end. Clark back on it first. Clark comes across the near side. Ohannesson. Ohannesson wanted Batten, but Batten had stopped. So this will go for a Minot's Finest Collision Center icing. 953 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail 1-0. And Spencer watching in New Lenox. Kayla Doach watching in Minot. The Seversons are aboard. Macy Semstead from Minot. Tiffany Russell. Rhonda Kemet. Beth Batten from Boca Raton. Dane Stagg watching on NATV. Glad to have everyone aboard on a Friday night. Hopefully Toros can turn this one around. It's still very early. Norseman control. This is Sartz. Sartz dumps it down low Taken over by Uhala. Uhala finds Ty James in the middle of the ice. His pass broken up. It rolls out to neutral. He picked up by Batten. That's an offside play. Uhala got pushed into the zone by the defender. He's arguing for a call, none coming. Nichols family watching from Massachusetts and St. Cloud. Billet Ray back in the Magic City on NATV. Seeing a lot of Cream and Cardinal in the stands. I saw Jordan Gibbs' family's here. Ty James' family's here. I'm sure there's more, as well as this one goes the distance. They'll say it was tipped, so no icing. Mahler wins the battle on the near side. Looks across for Funk, who couldn't gather it cleanly. Norsemen take over at their own blue line. Miller ahead. Sandu touches it into the zone. Mahler's back on it. Mahler tries the far side and Fleming. Flem ahead. Touch play. Feeds Funk. Funk tried to give it back to Noah Gibbs. It didn't work, and that's an offside play. Whistle goes. 14:54 left to go here in period number 1. Offsides brought to you by our friends at Affinity First Federal Credit Union. Ian Spencer not on the bench right now. Chuck Owens taking his shift with Small and Middendorf. He took that puck to the face earlier. I don't see Toros trainer Meg on the bench either, and Hammer, the equipment manager, just went running down the tunnel as well. Near side, Small can't corral that. Jammed ahead, Cumming gives chase, but Jordan Gibbs back on it. Far side, Tui pokes it ahead for Owens. Owens fails to clear it, comes back to him though. And a second try results in a rather high hit. Toros still control though. Jordan Gibbs finds Owens again. Owens to the near side, Small. Small dumps it, it'll ring around the boards. Far side, Owens punches it back deep. Norsemen take over and promptly turn it over to Tui. Tui wins a battle at the blue line. Puck thrown into the corner. Owens trying to walk out of the corner and feed Small. It didn't work. Mindorf gives to Small behind the net. Out front, no one home. Karsh was too busy trying to hit Mindorf. Didn't realize the puck had come to him. Meanwhile, John Small turning on the near wall leaves for Mindorf. Mindorf feeds Nichols. It's broken up. Far side. Hunt bumped off the puck. Taken over by Small. Toros look to attack quickly. Near side, Jordan Gibbs had trouble with the linesman, so he has to just ring it. Nichols up on the pressure, plays the body, but the puck's ahead. Toros, sloppy change, but it works. Bronson Hunt offside. Pressure from Parker Newman forced him to break wide and had his teammates in early. Offsides brought to you by our friends at Affinity First Federal Credit Union. 13:27 left to go here in the opening period. Toros trail 1-0. I forget when it's that quiet after a goal that it was scored by the home team, not the road team. Near side, they dig in the corner, puck squirts free. Big hit by Clark. Now they'll joust along the boards. Edwards steps in, scoops it out to neutral. Geyer ahead, bouncing puck. Clark throws to the near side. Edwards punches it into the zone. Geyer on it. Toros Parker Newman up on the pressure, as was Edwards, but they throw to the near side. LaBelle, who scored the goal, he looks across. Far side, Geyer looking to the middle, passes off the mark. Newman looking to turn quickly. Ahead for Batten. Batten gains the line. He's got Mahler jumping up, crashing towards the net. No lane for a pass. He drops it back to Jordan Gibbs instead. Save made on a long shot from Gibbs. Up top for Mahler. Mahler looking for a lane. Doesn't have one. Now he thinks he does, but the shot picked off by Geyer. Geyer hands to the near side and Crane. Crane will just flip it cross corner. Gibbs back after it. Sweeps behind the net. Turned over. Out front. One-timer fought off by Swedes. Puck out to neutral will force the Norsemen to touch up. Mahler Gloves down to the stick. 12 minutes left to go here in the opening period. Toros trail 1-0 as Mahler dumps that in. They wave off icing and the Toros get control. Not sure what happened there. This is O'Hannison working along the end wall. He'll play up top. Clark, long shot blocked. They come back across to the near side. Tanner Hunt dumps it in. Working down low is Urick. Urick watched by Uhala. Urick out of the corner, tries a shot, save made. Rebound was behind Swedes in the blue paint. He couldn't get to it. Fortunately, no harm came. Long pass ahead, broken up for Middendorf. Toros find it small, couldn't feed Owens. Norseman going the other way, coming. Leaves it, swept down the wall instead by Wentworth. Up the far side, Owens gives to Middendorf. Middendorf bounces one across. It was intended for Small. It's found instead by Owens. Owens tried to carry down the wall. Puck poked free. Karch turning, lost it, out to neutral. I keep losing audio, Kobe. Are you losing it too, or? Either way, this is Kyle Miller starting ahead. Near side, Bronson Hunt turning. Far side, Fleming. Fleming out to the red line. Looks to carry down or find it behind the net. Bouncing puck. Fanning on it was Noah Gibbs. Race on the other way. Shot save made and held by Sweden. Draw will be to the left, make that right side. Draw will be to the right of Sweden. Shot by Crane is blocked. Wysart looking backside. Crane was going. Tui didn't have a stick, but was still able to play just enough defense. Norseman still working in the offensive zone. Another shot fought off by Swedes. 5 shot counter here in the building. Let's see if they have one on the box score. Toros getting outshot 6-3 here early, while trailing 1-0, but a chance developing here. Jockums turning on the far wall. Holds, and then leaves for Fleming. Fleming, one-timer for Gibbs, fought off by Roth. Flipped out to neutral. Mahler down to a knee to make sure he makes the play. Dumps one in off the glass. Funk trying to find it on the far side. Tied up, stepping into one was Nichols, and then his shot fought off. Follow-up try, that skips wide. Fleming pinches down the wall. Shot, that's blocked off. It'll carry him to the near side corner. Puck hoisted up into the ceiling for a whistle. Draw will to the left side. shot goes. Do we have me? Toros carry ahead. It's Newman. Newman leaves off for Mahler. Mahler is offside. 8:39 left to go here in period number 1. Offside brought to you by our friends at Affinity First Federal Credit Union. Sweet. 8:39 left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail 1-0. Fired into the Toro zone. Ty James back on it. Poke to the near side. Yohala carries ahead. Poked away from him. O'Hannison there in support, dumps it in. Batten gives chase, but the Norsemen are back on it first. It's played to the far side by Runso. Kyle Miller plays ahead, broken up at the Toro line. Bronson Hunt finds it, drops it back to Miller. Miller fires up ice to be Hudson Blue. Blue dumps it in. Ty James wins the battle below the Toro goal line. Looks to start the Toros out. Batten picking his way through traffic in neutral. Will dump it deep. Roth out of his net. Will stop it and leave it there. Turned over to Batten. Batten working off the wall. Leaves it for O'Hannison. O'Hannison shot blocked to the corner. Yohala couldn't find it behind the net. Batten chases to the near side. The puck is out to neutral where Tui gets bumped down. LaBelle finds it and dumps it in on net. 7.5 to play here in period number 1. This is ahead, O'Hannison. O'Hannison with a soft chip as the Toros peel off to change. Giving chase is Owens. He's still out with the Small and Mindorf line. Touched ahead, Falcons in. Apparently it was Sam Karch who was in early. 7:09 left to go here in period number 1. Offside brought to you by our friends at Affinity First Federal Credit Union. It'll be Small and coming on the draw. Spencer back on the bench. Not on the ice with his line mates, but he did just come back out. He's got all his gear, so it doesn't look like he's there for moral support. Toros control. This is Mahler ahead for Small. Small rings it. Far side, Mindorf. Help from Owens. Played to the far side. Fleming keeps it. Dumps it down into the corner. Owens wins it to Mindorf. Mindorf takes a hard hit but keeps possession, then dances off the wall. Mindorf walks the middle. Shot deflects just up and over the crossbar. Small working down low. Coming, turning, takes it away. He gets pinned by Owens. Near side, Small trying to poke it free. Good keep by Mindorf. It's to the front of the net. Coming got there first. Turns over to Mindorf. Mindorf up the middle, delays. Shot partially blocked. It deflects off the tall glass on the far side. This one hoisted out to neutral. It will go the distance for a Minot's finest collision center icing, which doesn't stop the Norsemen from changing anyway, but nonetheless, the draw will come back down into the offensive zone for the Toros. Get another look at that play by Mindorf on the wall. Took the big hit and then was able to dance free. Just couldn't convert. Now we've got linesmen forcing different Norsemen on or off the ice at this point. As we see Ian Spencer looks ready to get back out on the ice. They continue to try and figure out which Norsemen are supposed to be out, which totally negates the point of an icing. The punishment as you let the players catch their breath. Nonetheless, Funk on the draw. He's got Noah Gibbs lined up at the circle. It's our old friend Thunder. I forgot about that. Just called a delay of game penalty. As they finally think they have the right 5 Norsemen. Quick shot off the draw. It's actually won back by Cumming. It went on net, which means the Norsemen now could change if they wanted. And the fact that they don't shows you that they didn't need to after the icing. Cumming and Funk will do it again. This time it's one sideways. Jockums couldn't hack it towards the cage as it was at his feet. Funk frees it up and then gets dumped down, punched in the face by Cumming. We'll play on. Ty James back on this. His pass ahead off the mark. Galvin to the far side. They tie up in front of the Norseman bench. And it's dumped down into the Toro zone. Puck around to the near side. Urich tries to jam it to the middle. It's blocked off. Sandu turning on the near side. Centers as well. Good stick by Jockums. Breaks it up. Funk tried to dance through Gallivan. It didn't work, however. Into the middle. Sandu shot it up high off the glass. Far side, Noah Gibbs making his Toro debut. Comes across for Newman, but it's picked up by Sartz. Sartz stumbles as he gains the line, then tries to feed it for Urich. Fed in front, blocked off. Puck to the near side. Parker Newman jams out to neutral. Edwards scoops in and gathers it up. Poked away from Edwards. They chase to the near corner. Hudson Blue swings it to the far side. Kyle Miller hit hard by Davin Nichols. And as a result, he iced the puck. The Norseman captain heard the footsteps, tried to unload the puck, still took the punishment, and the Norseman called for the icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Meanwhile, 4:42 on the game clock here in period number 1. Toros still in a 1-goal hole. Edwards and Urich on the draw. Edwards wins it back. Newman rings it to the far side. Nichols punches it down low for Edwards. Edwards trying to come out from behind the net. Turnaround try. No one home on the back post. Gibbs. Make that Jordan Gibbs. Pinches down, carries in. Looking across. The pass hit a stick that was laying in the slot. Otherwise, it's right on the tape for Edwards. The Norseman net was also off. So that's the reason for the whistle, as that puck came across the slot. 4:27 left to go here in period number 1. Toros control the draw. Up top for Mahler. Mahler, long shot. Save made. Uhala was trying to tip it out front. Luke Okeson asking about Caden Casey coming back. He was back for a day. Skated in practice with the Toros, and then his school that he was committed to, St. Lawrence, called and said, why don't you just come here and play the second semester? So Casey now at St. Lawrence instead of in the Cream and Cardinal. O'Hannison. Their colors are fairly close to ours, though. Near side, LaBelle. LaBelle can't get through O'Hannison, who then feeds Uhala. Uhala to Batten in the middle. Batten hooked down from behind. Cody Campbell as incredulous as I am. This is Uhala. Spins it back to Mahler. Fleming up ice, tipped in by O'Hannison. It goes wide of the net. Checks up behind the cage. Harris tried to ring it back. It hit O'Hannison. O'Hannison feeds Uhala. Uhala back to the point. They come near side Mahler. Mahler looking into the middle. Doesn't find anyone but Norseman. Far side poked out to neutral. Uhala has Batten trying to catch the Norseman in a change. Batten drops for O'Hannison. O'Hannison shot blocked. It comes to the slot. Picked up instead by Weisart. Weisart on the near side. Watched by Tui. Drops back. Tui poking at it. Long shot from the point. Gobbled up by Sweden. 3:15 left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail the Norsemen 1-0 at the St. Cloud MAC. Draw to the left of Lucas. The Toros trailing. Near side, Mindorf. Tui ahead, Spencer returning to the ice, sweeps this one in deep. Small can't find the handle. Crane on the far side. Chips up the wall. Pinching is Jordan Gibbs. Kept it for a moment. Eventually the Norsemen jam it out. Taken back by Small. He's got Mindorf with him. Small watched by 3 Norsemen. Couldn't feed it over to an open Mindorf. Crane looking to a counterattack. Far side. Feeds one through the slot. No one home. Claukins finds it on the near side. Then lost it. Small ahead. Jordan Gibbs. Taken to the wall. Weisart on the far side trying to get away from Spencer. Weisart still with it. Now watched by Small. Carries up the near side. Gains the red and dumps it deep. Clark back on it with 2:15 left to play here in period number 1. Toss to the near side and Mindorf. Mindorf carries ahead. Tripping call coming as Mindorf draws that on Tanner Hunt. Toros will go to the first Western Bank and Trust power play. 2:03 left to go here in period number 1. Chance for the Toros to draw even. Where will the Toros put the draw? Top power play unit will come out. It's the top power play unit in the league. Toros ranked first on the man advantage, 26.23%. The Norsemen kill 13th, 84.03%. Draw to the right of Roth. One back. Adam Mahler keeps it. Toros will go to work. Mahler feeds Spencer. Spencer back to Mahler. Near side and O'Hannison. O'Hannison looking across. It was tipped. Toros will have to regroup in neutral. Far side. It's Uhala. Gains the line, hits the brakes. Hands down to Batten. Batten up top for Mahler. Mahler gives to O'Hannison. O'Hannison shot. They dig out front and now pushing and shoving, and Sharks just cross-checked Batten in the face and then put him in a headlock. And it looks like that'll all be just A-OK with tonight's official. Minute 29 on the man advantage. Minute 32 left on the power play. Toros staying with the top unit. 4 fresh killers on for the Norsemen. Uhala wins it back, but Harris steps in, takes it away. Help from Karch. Clears it the rest of the way down. Adam Mahler turning on the far side. Leaves for Uhala. Uhala gains the line and tried to punch it deep. Swept in behind the net. They hammer it to the near wall. Spence does a good job to keep it there. Spencer leaves for O'Hannison, who drops it down low for Batten. Batten working along the goal line, gives O'Hannison near side point. O'Hannison down to the half wall. Tries to feed Batten. It's taken away, but a good keep by Mahler. Looks across. Uhala shot off the mask. Rebound hacked at. Still loose. And it carries him behind. Shot off the outside of the cage. Picked up by O'Hannison. Spencer holding there. Spencer at the hash marks. Plays up top. Uhala gives to Mahler. And they whistle that offside. It just took him out to neutral ice. 38.4 left to go here in period number 1. 35 seconds left on the man advantage as we get another look at that scramble in front of the net. First shot went off the goaltender's mask. A few whacks at the side of the cage. Toros couldn't get it to go. Toros win the draw in neutral. Jordan Gibbs gives to Mindorf. Mindorf dumps it deep. John Small gives chase. Kyle Miller on it. Noah Gibbs there as well. Now 3-on-3 in the corner. 17 seconds left on the power play, 20 in the period. Poked free. John Small behind the net. Up top for Jordan Gibbs. Shot off the end wall. Rebound came out in front and fanning on it was Jochums. It was waist high. Near side, Jordan Gibbs, 3 seconds. Shot blocked up into the ceiling and out of play. Toros should have an offensive draw with 2, maybe 3 seconds left. And I think the officials are just going to let this go into the room. So we're through 20 minutes. Toros trail 1-0. We will send you out to commercial break. When we come back, I'll be down on the bench. I imagine Spence probably doesn't want to talk, so we'll figure out whose mouth is feeling okay, and we'll talk to them after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it. And she said, I'm buying a car, but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
Which is way weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say thank you.
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Welcome into the St. Cloud MAC. You've got the Farmers Union Insurance intermission interview here with the newest Toro, Noah Gibbs. Noah, how excited were you to join a new team and jump into a playoff race?
Yeah, super excited. Minot's been known for their winning culture and great organization, so just super excited to be a part of it now.
I think if there's ever a time to join a team, it was probably this week. You guys got to go to the Minnesota Wild game. How much did something like that help you get to know your new teammates?
Oh, it was awesome. The whole bus ride and then obviously spending the day with them, going to the game, just made me closer to all the boys. And no, it's been awesome so far.
Did you know any of the guys before you got here?
No, not really, no.
Last thing I have for you, Toros down 1-0 after one. What do you guys got to do a little bit better here over the final 40 to get out of here with a couple points?
Yeah, it's got to be better in our D zone, get the puck out and go to work.
All right, I'll let you get ready for the second. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was the newest Toro, Noah Gibbs. We'll send you out to commercial break. When we come back, the rest of the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report here on the Minotauros Network.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. And I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget,
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code HOCKEY100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
Welcome back inside the MAC here in St. Cloud. You've got the Forebears Casino Lodge Intermission Report Take you through the out-of-town scores around the North American Hockey League. Danbury 3-0 over Elmira. That's at the second break. Maine 1-0 over Johnstown. They're also in the second break. More East action. Maryland up 3-2 on New Hampshire. That one's middle of the second. Middle second in New Jersey. The Titans a 3-2 lead on Northeast. Rochester a 3-0 lead on Philadelphia. That one also middle second. First break in Watertown. The Shamrocks a 1-0 lead on the Minnesota Mallards. Down south, Oklahoma a 1-0 lead on Colorado. They're at the first break. Chippewa and Springfield, the Junior Blues a 1-0 lead on the Steel at the first break. More action in the south. Shreveport a 1-0 lead on Corpus. That one late in the first, late first in Bismarck. Aberdeen a 1-0 lead. Who else? Leo Bulgakov, another goal for Aberdeen to give the Wings the early lead there. Not yet, or no, they are underway. Mid-first, Lone Star and New Mexico scoreless. The Wilderness trail the Wendigo 1-0 mid-first. Now not yet underway. Odessa at El Paso, Janesville at Anchorage, and Fairbanks visits Kenai. Next Toros home weekend, not this weekend, not next weekend. It's the weekend after, January 24th and 5th. The Watertown will join us. Let's take another look at the goal from the first period. It happened early. Toros trail 1-0. We'll tell you how we got there. It was a wraparound try by Mason LaBelle, his 13th of the season. Hudson Blue credited with the assist. You see that they ring the puck. Blue touched it for LaBelle, and he came out with speed. Lucas wasn't quite ready. We'll get one more look. It's a play along the end while no one picked up LaBelle. And that's how the Norsemen got the lead in this one. Only one penalty in the first period. It belonged to Tanner Hunt. 2 minutes for tripping at 17:56. It gave the Toros their first Western Bank and Trust power play of the evening, but they couldn't convert. So we sit at 1-0 through 20 minutes. We'll send you back out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll drop the puck on period number 2. Toros and St. Cloud Norsemen here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code HOCKEY100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
I am Alyssa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
Which is
red
way
flag.
weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
Welcome back inside the MAC here in St. Cloud. As we get ready to start period number 2, Toros trail the Norsemen by a score of 1-0. Teams will now be working opposite directions. Toros will be right to left on your computer screen or smart device.
The stream's staying on a constant buffer. They're playing our Facebook and YouTube streams. They want us to shut our Facebook and YouTube streams down. I'm gonna take
Draw at center to start the period. False start, so we'll try again. Puck is down and swept in deep by O'Hannison. This is Uhala turning. Left off far side, poked into the Toro bench for a whistle. We may have to lose our Facebook and YouTube stream. Apparently some internet issues here in the building. This is poked ahead. We will still be on Mixlr. You can get that in the Toros Hockey mobile app. Or just Mixlr.com and search for the Minot Minotauros. This is Spencer putting out front. Spence adding a cage to his bucket during the intermission. Saw Hammer was hard at work making that change. This is delayed offside, and now on the pressure by Weisert, the whistle goes. Just double checking with the league if the issue is still happening. We'll pull the Facebook and YouTube stream again. Fans, apologize. We are at the mercy of the host building. This is Small and Urich. One back, Clark. Mindorf ahead to the near side, Spence. Spence tries a shot, save made, rebound given to the near side corner, Spencer on it. Rings to the far side and Small. Small back to Spence behind the net. Spence leaned on, trying to work it free, hands to Mindorf. Mindorf back to Spencer. Back to Mindorf as they play catch behind the net. Mindorf comes out from behind now, carries up to the blue line, looks across, Ty James. James just chips it deep. It'll be picked up by Weisert. Near side. It's out to neutral. Toros dump it in. Delayed offside, so Small has to peel back. Now the Norsemen can start up ice. Tanner Hunt pins Ty James. Puck squirts free to the middle. Hubert Clark quickly on it. Clark gains the line, rolls it deep, looks to chase it down himself. Tanner Hunt got there first. Clark freed it up from him, but support was there. Played back to the near side. Fleming thought about pinching. He got caught halfway in between. Funk covering the point. Takes over in neutral. Far side. Clark can't find it in his skates. Swats it up the wall. Comes back to him. Second try dumped deep by Funk. Noah Gibbs pursues, but it's swept to the near side. Fleming keeps it at the point only for a moment as it caroms off Funk. Rolled in. Far side, poked at. So apologize, fans. We are going to take